Welcome to this YouTube channel. In this video we will talk about the top 10 flying cars. So before starting this video, like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. So you thought flying automobiles were something you only saw in movies? That is no longer the case. There are no boundaries to what human can currently reach the heavens on a daily basis. The highways are packed everywhere, and rising fuel and metal use is making the world's largest cities' roads too constricted for automobiles. The use of airspace is drastically underutilized. Traditional modes of transportation are unreliable, expensive, and polluting. Flying automobiles will be prohibitively expensive, at least at first, and out of reach for the common person. Nonetheless, these are pretty cool, would remove a lot of traffic off the roads, and would help reduce emissions significantly. For decades, flying cars have been a feature of science fiction films and books, and our adolescent dreams of flying automobiles in our lifetime, perhaps sooner than we ever imagined, have come true. Some companies are leaps and miles ahead of the competition in this uncharted region, and the first of them could be released in a matter of years. These 10 ideas are some of the most exciting and near-term flying automobile projects that could be taxiing you around your city very soon. The future, at least a portion of it, appears to be tantalizingly close. Number 10. Terrafugia TF-X. Terrafugia, founded in 2006 by a group of MIT alumni, is currently working on two exciting flying automobile ideas. The first is the Transition, which they think will be the first practical flying car in the world. The TF-X is the other, more enticing project. They plan to mass-produce this type in order to completely transform personal transportation. The TF-X is an all-electric, vertical takeoff and landing, computer-controlled flying automobile that is being developed from the ground up, if you'll pardon the pun. Not only that, but its sleek aesthetics will make it a strong competitor for today's high-end sports cars. Over the next few years, this is one to keep a close eye on. Number 9. Joby Aviation's Air Taxi. Before receiving a massive funding injection from Toyota and Intel, Joby Aviation had been working on a personal aerial craft for several years. The funding was contingent on the development of a future all-electric air taxi. In comparison to the others on the list, this air taxi is unique in that it is being constructed with a seating capacity of up to 5. It will be significantly larger and heavier than its competitors. The prototype blueprints show that it will be a VTOL that looks more like a standard airplane with many propellers than a VTOL. This is another one worth keeping an eye on. Number 8. DeLorean DR-7. The company behind one of cinema's most renowned cars is currently working on a flying car. This firm is called DeLorean, and their flying car idea could perhaps be the only one that takes a step back in time. Paul DeLorean, John DeLorean's nephew, is the current CEO of DeLorean Aerospace. John was the man behind the classic DeLorean gull-wing automobile that became so renowned as Dr. Brown's time travel gadget in the Back to the Future movie. The DeLorean DR-7 is powered by electric propulsion and is planned to be totally autonomous, which means it won't require a pilot's license to operate. At some point this year, the business plans to develop a full-scale prototype. Number 7. PAL V Liberty. The Liberty, a flying car project by PAL V, a Dutch aerospace company, is nearing completion. They're so close that they're planning to take pre-orders as early as 2019. If this is accurate, it will be one of the first commercially available flying cars, if not the first. All they need now, according to their CEO, Robert Dingemans, are the last certifications to make their Liberty market ready. The Liberty is powered by two specially built engines, one for use on the ground and the other for use in the air. It has a top land speed of 160 km per hour and can reach 180 km per hour in the air. If, or possibly when, it is released in 2019, it is expected to sell for roughly $400,000 per unit. Number 6. UBERAIR VTOL Taxi. Uber is working on its own ambitious flying car project, sometimes known as VTOL taxis. UBERAIR is the name of the program, and it is set to debut in Dallas and Los Angeles initially. The idea has been in the works since 2016, and Uber is hoping to launch it soon. Beyond that, nothing is known about the project, but it has enlisted the help of 5 different partners, including Boeing, to bring it to fruition. Their original city selection to show some of the fundamental problems with VTOL vehicles. For safety concerns, VTOLs do not perform well in hostile conditions and are best suited to places with generally mild weather and low rain. Despite this, they hope to launch the service in Los Angeles as soon as early Number 5. Airbus Vahana. Not to be outdone by the seeming gold rush to bring flying cars to market, Airbus has been working on their own. It's called the Vahana, and it's another self-piloted all-electric VTOL in the works. The goal is to save money by not having to hire skilled and experienced pilots to fly the thing once it's released. Because autopilot software is rather developed at this moment, it shouldn't be out of the question to do so, especially for a well-established company like Airbus. This will also have significant advantages in terms of maintenance, since the craft will be able to fly themselves to maintenance and upgrades as necessary. It appears that progress is progressing well, as it completed its first successful test flight earlier this year. This was performed totally autonomously, and Airbus plans to conduct many more tests in the future, including basic maneuvering. Number 4. Lilium Jet. Lilium Aviation, a German firm, is also involved in the flying automobile idea. Their concept, like others, is highly ambitious, with the capacity to transport up to 5 passengers. They also intend to make it possible to summon their flying car via a smartphone app. Lilium, like the other companies on the list, expects that theirs will forever revolutionize public transportation. Lilium's answer will be an all-electric VTOL flying automobile, similar to others, but with a twist: it will be jet-powered. Their jet-powered flying automobile is expected to have a range of roughly 300 kilometers and will be able to travel between London and Paris in under an hour. They intend to have it operational by the year 2025. Number 3. VRCO NeoXCraft. VRCO, a British business, is currently working on their own flying car project. Their NeoXCraft has been developed to be able to go on land, in the air, and on water. According to Daniel Hayes, the company's CEO, the NeoXCraft should be ready by 2020, at the very least for road testing. Its design is especially creative. Its ducted fans can be utilized for flight or can be rotated to create drive wheels. The VTOL mode of the flying car will allow it to carry roughly 180 kilograms of cargo, which is about 2 passengers. It's already on pre-order, and it'll set you back just over $2 million. Number 2. Kitty Hawk Cora. The Cora flying car project from Kitty Hawk just received a big financial boost from Larry Page, co-founder of Google. It is far along in its development, with multiple rounds of test flights previously completed in New Zealand earlier this year. Its goal is to break into the flying car project sector and immediately compete with Airbus and Uber, which are also working on similar projects. The flying car has a total of 12 lift fans to allow for vertical takeoff and landing. All of these are electric and can move independently of one another. The Cora has been timed at a top speed of 180 km per hour and can reach heights of 150 to 900 meters. Number 1. Toyota SkyDive. Toyota is working on its own flying car idea, not to be surpassed by the competition. Their solution is unique among others on the list, and it is hoped that it would be shown for the opening ceremony of the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. The Toyota SkyDive is the world's smallest electric car, measuring just 2.9 meters in length, 1.1 meters in height, and 1.9 meters in width. It is being developed by a team of Toyota engineers led by Tsubasa Nakamura, who designed the car himself in his leisure time. The development team hopes to have the SkyDive reach top speeds of 150 km per hour on land, with cruising speeds reaching 100 km per hour. They also plan to start making test runs of the craft as soon as possible, with mass production beginning in 2030. What do you think about this video? Do let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and want to hear from us again, be sure to hit that subscribe button before you go.